But now also you don't need to
Sorry,
to know everything. Well, but also you don't need to know everything. I mean, do's and don'ts. Yeah, that is the main thing, that you need to respect the culture. You need to respect. You must also remember that with UAE, it's a Muslim country.
Mm,
Um, Religion and their respect is totally different to what we used to.
mm.
Uh, so when you're going there, you should know what you don't do and what you do need to do.
You know,
okay.
I know you do. Yeah,
Sorry about that.
I know you deal with other countries as well. You recruit to other countries as well. Let's just not say South Africans only. Let's say to all teachers. It doesn't matter where
Any,
they're from. Maybe they're from America, they're from Canada, you know. So, yeah, I don't know if somebody can shed a light um, on this. Yeah.
thanks, Nelly. I'm really glad we're talking about this because many teachers I work with are so excited, but also very worried about making mistakes. I'll be honest with you, I am still learning myself about UAE and Dubai, but I know how important preparation and mindsets are to go work abroad.
Mm.
So yeah, it's it's a totally different country.
The
It's
race.
not the same. The it is a that look their country they everything from them is completely different than what you get at South Korea, Vietnam, or
Mm,
China.
mm,
Um, as far as I know, when I send teachers there, this is a bigger culture shock than
mm,
anywhere else.
mm. No,
Okay,
it's
but
So
now,
and
but now also you don't need to
sorry,
to know everything. Well, but also you don't need to know everything. I mean, do's and don'ts. Yeah, that is the main thing, that you need to respect the culture. You need to respect. You must also remember that with UAE, it's a Muslim country.
mm,
Um, Religion and their respect is totally different to what we used to.
mm.
Uh, so when you're going there, you should know what you don't do and what you do need to do.
To do. Mm, mm. So
Let's start with let's start with the culture and professionalism.
before
You
before you start with the culture, and I just wanted to say something based on what Sampi have said. I was once a Muslim, and I've lived in Dubai before. These guys don't tolerate you drinking in public. Kissing, kissing in public, showing affection, which is what we're used to show affection, holding our women's hands in public, kissing our women in public. Those things, it's not accepted. Like if you then look at Saudi Arabia, for example, their laws are more strict than UAE. UAE, they're a little bit, not too as strict as Saudi Arabia, because I'm not sure if it's still mandatory for every woman to cover their head when they are going out. So yeah, I don't know, but it's fine. Something we can move into cultural. I was just trying to include my experience about UAE, and then but I've never lived in Saudi Arabia before, but I've been there. You understand? So yeah.
what I
yeah,
have basically learned also, sorry about that, also be careful of gestures and swearing and or any heated conversation in public. What feels normal back home may be very offensive there and can
Yes.
get you arrested. So no fighting in the public or anything like that. And photography is another one. Never take photos of people, especially women,
Mm,
without permission. political and religion discussions should also be avoided unless you're in an appropriate setting or place where nobody can listen to you or
mm,
hear you.
mm,
That is a no-no there.
mm, mm, mm. No, you're so
Sorry,
right.
we can do it cultural now.
No, no, no. We are already talking about cultural because this is cultural respect and professional standard, which is actually what we're already talking about. I've met few people who will tell you that they will never live anywhere else again, and these are South Africans. They will tell you because in any country where you are, when you've been living there for more than 20 years, it's it's not by coincidence anymore. Means you love the place. And the professional standards, you keep things in a professional manner, maybe teaching in the classroom, understand what to say and what not to say in the classroom to your student. For example, I didn't know this until when we started when I started recruitment. You understand? Although I don't do recruitment anymore now, but when I was doing recruitment, I got to understand that if you're a teacher in South Korea, you cannot use a red marker to write your student's name on the board. It's a taboo. So these things many people don't know. So all this awareness that we are getting people ready to understand, it's for their own good. Because like in Saudi Arabia, I know for sure in Saudi Arabia, if they caught you, maybe you steal something, they may chop.
Your
I don't
hand off.
know exactly.
It is.
Those guys,
I have actually heard that as well.
hmm, those guys don't joke, you know. So which is the reason why we need to make sure we let people know drinking in public, or maybe touching their woman inappropriate way. Oh no, you'll be missing. You'll be missing somewhere in the desert. You will not be seen anymore. You understand? So, hmm,
Yeah, the laws is totally different. But also, I think your classroom management is also a different kind of ball game there. What is welcoming in China and those places is may not be welcoming in UAE. The
yes.
structures, and then also punctuality.
Hmm,
I know they're very strict on punctuality.
Oh yes.
Like rather be 15 minutes before your class starts,
hmm,
rather be there 15 minutes before than be 15 minutes when you're late. You're late. Finish class.
hmm, hmm,
But I also often remind teachers that it doesn't mean you can't be your style. It just means you shouldn't try to do things your way immediately. From the beginning, just follow the system and then adjust once you understand how things work there. It's
hmm,
better to actually just see it first, experience, because remember, here in South Africa, we are completely different
hmm.
to working abroad. And like they say, UAE and they got stricter rules. So that's why this conversation is before the do's and don'ts, and before you climb abroad to go to these kind of countries, you should learn these things. It's important.
Yeah, but and also actually there is a client, this guy that I helped a while back to get his documents authenticated for Qatar. The pay in Qatar is very good. One Qatari dollar, or I don't know what dinar, or it's a lot of money in rands, right? They pay they pay pretty well in Qatar. And this guy, I've been living in Qatar for more than 15 years. And as I'm telling you right now, this guy have moved his family, all his family to Qatar. And this is a South African person. he preferred their way of life, their standard of living and everything, and then what else do you want? To be outside in the evening, you are safe, you are drinking your chai tea. Who wants trouble? Somebody like me.
Exactly.
Yeah, somebody like me, I will live there peacefully because I don't like trouble. So, but if you are a
Oh, me
troublesome,
neither.
if you are a troublesome and you you just behaving anyhow, I don't think any Middle East country should be a place that you say you want to move to. You know, your shenanigans ends here in South Africa. Any shenanigans you want to throw that side, those guys they don't joke.
Okay,
Politics
here in
is
South
not part
Africa,
of it.
Mm,
Sorry about that. Do
here in South,
apologize.
mm,
here in South Africa, we actually have a saying
mm.
that says brandy hasn't got brakes and coke is not breakthrough. Those type of shenanigans, it's not. You should not do that
No.
in UAE or in Saudi Arabia. That is something. But now, my biggest question is the common thing that is asked is dress codes.
Mm,
What is the safest advice that you guys will give someone about dress codes, especially in
mm,
classrooms, in school, or outside classrooms? I mean, we know it's difficult as a Muslim.
mm.
That place is hot, it's humid. But what is the best advice that you would give someone from any other country
Mm.
about dress code?
Mm. Yeah. Okay. So, thank you so much, Nasampi, for asking that question. Actually, this is a very good one. You say like now, for example, in my experience, human being can adapt. Our body can adapt, no matter anywhere we are. We've seen people, we've heard stories about people living in the hottest country in the world. After a few months, their body adapts to it. Although it's uncomfortable, very uncomfortable to be covering your head around like a ninja, but it's their culture. If you know you don't want to cover your head around like a ninja, then go elsewhere.
That's just in the public. But now remember, this isn't just in the public. You have to do this outside work time, inside work time. You have to be
Mm,
modestly dressed.
mm,
And also, you said just now about touching a woman. You are not, look, if you're a foreigner coming in, it's completely different. But
mm,
if you are touching one of their own women, you can't even touch them on the shoulder or anything like that. You
mm,
can't, like, we hug, they don't hug.
mm,
They
mm,
don't do hugs. Here in South Africa, we still hug. Oh, well, you know how we greet, my friend. But I also think because their women wear that full entire package, we call it ninja clothes, wear the faces, because it's only meant for a husband to see. Now,
mm,
the same example that you just said about your girlfriend skinny dipping,
mm,
that I actually can't even think about the repercussions, what will happen if a woman would do it that side.
mm.
I don't even want to think about something like that. So yes, dress code issues can become formal warnings, especially in public. It's very hard. So
Mm.
just dress in soft cotton
Yeah,
clothes, not
yeah,
heavy because the humidity there. But then again, it also gets very
yeah,
cold.
yeah,
Respect their culture of do's and don'ts in the public, no touching or taking photos of them. And I think it goes when you're eating as well. I am not always sure if the woman sits, well, times have changed,
mm,
that if the guests are a man and woman that's been invited, I suppose they can sit at the table. But I think normally in their homes, the men sit one side and the women sit one side. Is
on
that
side.
correct?
Yes, yes. Even in the prayer, in the mosque, women and men are not allowed to pray in the same place. It's a different. And please, guys, don't let us forget the public behavior and cultural do's and don'ts. That
Yes,
Yeah,
that
no,
is.
no, no,
yes,
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Mm,
But also the other thing that I need to touch on is that what is coming up a lot for UAE, United Emirates, for Arabia and all those is classroom management. It comes up a lot that listen, like they say, okay, say for instance you from China, you are used to adapt your classroom management accordingly.
mm.
What would be the difference in the classroom management from anywhere else in the world when you go to Arab countries?
well, because many teachers assume their personality will carry them, it's not like that. In the Middle
Mm,
East, matter. Structure matters. Clear routines and expectations from day one makes a massive difference from at the schools that you are teaching at. It's not the same.
mm. And if there is one thing teachers should prioritize immediately, it's classroom management. You may even ask your colleagues, for advice. Be friendly with them. You know, um, they've been there before you. Doing TEFO as well. In your TEFO, in you guys TEFO, you've already broke down all these things about how to manage classrooms if you're teaching in Middle East. I remembered I did it. I
Yes,
did
it is
that
built
part
into
when I
our
was
courses.
yeah. Even that was a part specifically for Muslim students. You understand how to manage the classrooms, things you can do to things you cannot do, stuff like that. So yeah.
No, that's true. That's why the table was designed that way, because it's not something you can go and do the table courses like we said. It's absolutely free, so that you can get the knowledge and experience behind what is wanted from you from
Mm,
teaching abroad in foreign countries at all. So that's, yes, you're very correct. That is built into our table courses as well, as
mm.
well as AI and smart boards. They definitely use smart boards that
Yeah.
side,
Yeah, no,
100%.
those guys don't joke around with smart whiteboard. If you are a teacher, you're going to any of the Middle East country and you don't know how to use smart whiteboard, I'll suggest you sign up. You enroll for a TEFL course with ESL TEFL Hub. It will make your life easy, and you will thank me for it later.
That you would be thankful for that, because
I'm
I'm
telling you.
in groups and I see people ask that question. Help
Mm,
me about marriages with foreign children. And I'm thinking to myself, you did a TEFL course at other companies. Was it not included into it? But now, yeah, in the groups, you're asking people how to handle a naughty child, how to handle a classroom that doesn't want to listen to you, what
mm,
rules and regulations to put down from the get go, how to
mm,
manage a look. The kids are basically you're going to look at plus minus 20 to 30 kids in a
mm,
classroom.
mm,
So if this is your first time going abroad or you're used to South Africa, remember it's totally
mm,
different. It's not African children. Yes, they
mm,
are South African children in that classroom because it's bilingual class. All of
mm.
their classes are bilingual. It's not Chinese. It's English classes.
So somebody just asked a question now, and then I think maybe we can find a way to answer this person about the emotional reality for new teachers.
Oh, yes. Well, most, I would tell you to first breathe. You can do
Mm,
this. Believe in yourself.
mm,
If you don't believe in yourself and you doubt yourself, that is where it's going to go wrong for you.
mm,
Second,
mm,
go with what you hold. Follow the infrastructure they got there, because
mm,
that is what you're going to be watching while you're learning their classrooms. see what the other teachers are doing, see how they are doing it, but you have everything given to you, their infrastructure, how they want to teach.
And
Even when it
preparation.
feels, yes, preparation. Even if it feels illogical, go with it. You can adapt to it. We are adaptable. Your apartment might not be ready when you get there. Furniture might arrive late at night. You might redo paperwork multiple times. This is normal. But the teachers that I've seen abroad that go there are very happy. Your, it's the same scenario as in China. You get a fully furnished apartment, very classy. And also, I do know that the salary there is very, very good. Medical insurance, you get a medical insurance, you get tax rebates and all of that. And it's, sorry, it's not, your salary is, you don't pay tax that side on it.
Oh, you don't pay tax. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no.
It's tax free. Okay. That's
Your
good.
salary, what you get is that's what you get as your salary. So yes, and I know they have all these rules, but I've sent a couple of teachers over. I have another lady going over now. Look, they also just take twice a year that they take people on, and everybody, it's you just need to do your work beforehand, to see how it's going to be, and the emotional reality about being a teacher in that kind of country is learn their culture, learn their do's and don'ts. Like we are talking, do homework, do homework. And I know for a fact you will love to live there because they're very about non-pollution as well, very clean air, depending where you go. But it's very different.
Okay.
Now, the biggest question, and that is one of the biggest questions that I want to ask between the two of you. As a first time teacher going there, what is the basic do's and don'ts, what I should know from the time that I land there till the time that I start teaching?
Naki, you want to start?
Well,
Yeah.
well, it's basically your do's and don'ts. Firstly, your documents have to be in order. Like Neely explained, your documents have to be in order just to get there. Your medicals you have to have done before you even apply for your visa to go work abroad. It's totally different. You will go through all the rigmaroles of, like I said, doing paperwork over and over and over, but they do that for you. They give emotional support that side. They take you everywhere, get you set up everything and that, but like a do's and don'ts is also woman makeup, very little makeup, don't over makeup. Like Neely said, cleavage, tattoos, cover your tattoos.
Yeah.
Body piercings and that, you're allowed to wear one earring, not a whole string of earrings on your ear. That's not allowed. One set of earrings, that's it. Tattoos, if you've got tattoos, the men, some have their sleeves and up to the neck, you'll need to do something about that. To cover it or wear a polo shirt or something like that. But yes, the do is respect. Respect their culture. Respect their world. Once again, remember you're just a visitor.
And greeting, assalamu alaikum, which everybody understands actually. It's easy. We believe that every Muslims, when they finish in the doing number 2, they use this left hand to clean their whatever, you understand, with the tissue. So the right hand, it's only for eating food. So the way we're taught was that you don't eat with the hands that you're using
I think I got
cleaning.
it wrong way around. It is,
That is the most interesting part of this is we're dialoguing. You understand? You say your own perspective. I say my own perspective. You understand? So then it's now left for the teacher to choose. You understand which one they prefer to go for. You know. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
let me correct myself. It says, yeah, eating with your hands in the middle is required using only the right hand. So you're very correct. I do apologize. As the
no,
left hand
it's
is
okay.
traditionally considered clean. Food
Yes.
typically eaten using the thumb and the
Mm,
first two fingers, or three fingers. You have the rules, the right hand rules. Always eat with right hand for both food types.
mm,
And you
mm.
have to at least learn how to greet them in their own language.
Yes.
It's
Assalamu
very
alaikum.
important. Salam alaikum, yeah.
Then
And
when somebody says salam alaikum to you, then your response is going to be ami alaikum salam.
Mm.
yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that it's proper etiquette to greet them in
Yeah.
their own language.
Exactly. So if you learn this, then you'll be good. You don't need to speak Arabic. They don't know. Just learn like basics, even how to order for food. If you're interested, you could learn. If you're not, you know. So yeah.
But
And mm,
but something that I do also know is that it's not only a greeting; it's a blessing as well.
mm,
And that is what most of us don't understand because we're not Muslim.
mm,
Um, but if you ask, he will also tell you that it's not only a greeting; it's also to bless you, and you
mm,
bless.
yeah, exactly.
So um, let's just face it that religion is also part of your culture,
Mm,
and it also influences the culture.
mm,
So a little bit of the religion, if you're clever enough and you go and research a bit of the religion, you
mm,
will find a lot of the culture.
yes,
And
yes,
it's not only Arabic. It's in every country that you're going to,
yes. Mm,
because religion do influence your culture as well.
yeah, yeah. So now with what you just said, let's say if somebody say assalamu alaikum to you, it means may peace be unto you.
Correct? Yes.
Who,
I've always
who,
wondered what it means.
who doesn't like the word peace? May peace be unto you. So it's not about, So
You're very
yeah.
correct.
Please, Sampi or Naomi, please tell us about salary benefits and reality checks, if possible. Somebody just asked that now in the group
Uh,
to
yeah, I saw that in the group as well now. Well, salary, like you said, what about the salary and is
salary
teaching you their work?
benefits. Yeah, let's say you can use one country in Middle East as an example for us, in terms of the salary benefits and reality checks. I don't know
Well,
you.
the salary is very competitive, and obviously, like I explained just now, tax free. What you get is your salary in your bank, tax free. They don't do that.
Mm,
Most contracts include housing or a housing allowance, and it's actually a very good one.
mm,
Medical insurance, flight, some help you with your flights there. So, depending which school, some will actually pay that for you.
mm,
And end of service completion contract, you'll get that. But also with them, keep
mm,
all your slips for your medicals that you've done, your document authentication you've done, flights, because you do get reimbursed for all of them.
mm.
Because you spent the money to come there, they will redo that.
So you get you
Lifestyle,
get you get reimbursed as well for the flight ticket that you paid
yes,
for. Okay.
not all of it, but they give some of it to you. But for all the documents that you've done,
Mm,
that you just hand that into them. Your travel expenses and that, you hand that to them, you get reimbursed. It's
mm,
different that side. And one thing you also need to know is if you are not married and you want to take your boyfriend or fiance with you, it's a no-no. I've had a teacher that wanted to take her nanny with her.
mm.
She's a young lady. She's 23 years old, but she wanted to take her nanny with her. So they said to her, why does she need a nanny? She's a grown woman. the nanny is only going to come here and live in the house.
Mm.
You can't do that. Bring them with. But like you said just now, if you're a married couple, then you go first. You go do your schooling and that. And then when you are that side, you apply for your family to come abroad. But you have to go through quite a lot of paperwork to get that done. But like you said, your friend there with his family. He also obviously had to do a lot of paperwork to go abroad, to go and live there by her. But yes, I will also include. I'll show you. I'm an agent for Idrak, and they only do. I'm just going back to what we spoke about before. They are not interested in TEFL certificates at all. It's seen as a plus. Just if you don't have a bachelor's degree of education, you are not going to be seen as qualified at all. So the state certificate is a must there, completely with Idrak and that. So when you are speaking to them, they will go and do everything with you. Yeah, and like this, emotional support, salary is great, and I believe that some of them actually give you like a pension fund that you put money into a pension. It all depends on which agency does it with you. So once again, also, you do not pay the agent money at all to get in there at all. So don't let anybody from the UAE that's offering you a job that side ask you to pay for it. No, don't. You're not. They get paid. They get paid. This is not your work. You just get all your documents together, and your salary is paid according to what you are qualified for. If the job that they ask for is for a science teacher, you can't go there with a bachelor's degree of education because it's not in the field. It's got to be a bachelor's science degree with references saying that you were a science teacher. If they are asked for a PE teacher, you can have teaching experience, yes, but that's fine. You can have a degree in that, but a PE teacher will have to have a certificate or a certified physical ed teacher. You have to have that qualifications. And the schools that you've taught at must also have that. So, like I said, if you're applying for that position with that salary bracket, which is always very, very good, you're looking anywhere between $3,500 to $4,000 to $5,000 a month.
Okay, that's good.
Just to turn around in a salary way, it is very good. It's really very good.
And you get free accommodation.
Free accommodation or a housing allowance if you don't want the accommodation. It depends on obviously the school that you are applying at. But yes, the way that you get your apartment is also the way that you give it back. No breakage or destruction or anything like that. No, it will definitely cost you money. And it can also, if you are having parties at your home and the neighbors are bothered, it's not a good thing. So don't do that. Once again, respect their culture, respect their world. So yes, salary-wise, the salary is good. Their medical aid, you get a medical aid, not a medical insurance, medical aid.
Medical aid.
Yes,
that's good.
Medical aid. So yes, I'll send everything through for you to go through. Do you have any more questions?
That's so tempting. No, I don't have any question. We've covered a lot, which is good. And then I think if Sampi can give us a final advice for new teachers, and we can run things up.
First of all, the first thing that I can tell you now is that when you're teaching or when you apply for your document or whatever you're doing, don't wing it. Don't wing it. Do everything appropriately. Do in everything the way you're supposed to do it. Because once you start taking shortcuts, you've got a problem.